Hi Prep 3, it's been a while. Mr McGrath here, as you can see. Happy New Year first of all. Wednesday morning in our new timetable you'll be doing PE usually, so we are going to start the new year with a bit of a bang, and we're going to start with a bit of hard work this morning. So what I want to do is I'm going to demonstrate some exercises, and each one of the exercises you're going to try and perform with me for a minute each time. Now there's going to be 7 different exercises. Once we've done the 7, we'll get a minute's rest. Now the way we'll do that, as you can see in the background, I've got a timer counting down, so you'll see as the minute goes down, the time will run out. And all you need to do is do as many as you can in the minute, as you possibly can, So everyone will be different. Some of them you might find hard, some of them you might find easy, but that's absolutely fine. And we're going to do 3 sets. So it's going to be 3 sets of 7. So in the first 7 minutes, don't tire yourself out too much, okay? Just listen carefully to what I say for the instructions, and how to actually do the exercises. That's important for the first set. So I'm going to get a bit of space here, and hopefully you'll be able to do the same. And the first exercise, we're just going to be bouncing on the spot to warm up. So that's going to be our first minute. When the clock runs down, we'll then go into the second exercise, and we'll explain it as we go on. Okay? So just jogging on the spot to start off with, and my time is starting on the minute now. I'm just bouncing on the spot, because the first minute is obviously just to get us warm. Now you might be feeling super fit and decide you want to do it a bit faster, and if you want to stretch yourself, you can also bring your knees up a bit higher. So as well as jogging on the spot, you're bringing your knees up nice and high, so you're working your legs a bit more. But as I've said, these first few minutes are just a warm up, so don't burn yourself out too much, because all together we'll actually be doing 21 minutes of exercise here. So as you can see now, the minute's running down, and when it does, we're going to go into our second exercise, which you've all done with me when we did our muscle groups, and that's the plank, and we're going to try and hold the plank for a minute. So as you can see, I'm on my elbows, and I'm trying my best to keep my back nice and straight. So when we talked about it last time, I was saying to you all, try not to stick your bottom in the air, or when it gets difficult, try not to drop too low, okay? If you run out of breath and you're struggling and you drop down, don't worry, just try and get yourself back up again and see how long you can last. As I've said, some of you might find this a lot easier than others. But if you drop down, as I said, don't worry about it. Just try and pick yourself back up. So this is exercise number 2. And try and keep that back nice and straight. And you should feel your belly muscles starting to wiggle a bit, because it might be a bit hard. Okay, now on our third exercise, let me just check what I've written down. We're on half sits, so it's sit-ups. Again, you've done these when we did our muscle groups in science, but you're going to come half the way up. So your back is not going to come all the way up to the top for your half sits. You're just going to come halfway up, and actually your hands, your fingers will touch the top of your knee. So these are your half sits. Now again, some of you might feel super fit and find these really easy, so you might want to do them a bit quicker. But you'll be doing 2 more rounds of these half sits, so don't waste all of your energy yet. So we've got 10 seconds left now. Now we're on to our fourth. Have a quick check. Number 4 we're on. Nice and easy squats. So, feet shoulder width apart. Okay, and we're going to squat down, bend your knees, and when you do, it's really important to keep your back straight. Just like when you're told, if you're lifting something heavy, you need to keep your back straight so you don't pull any muscles. So for a squat, you keep your back straight and bend, okay? And try to keep as balanced as you possibly can. We don't want you shaking all over like this, all right? The balance is the most important thing when you're doing this. The further you can go down, the better. And I can't go very far down, to be honest. It's a long way for me as well, as you can see. And you can see my clock's running down now. So I'll check my next one. Now this one's called a military plank. So we're going to go to our plank position and we're going to keep our back nice and straight, but this time you're going to come up on one hand, two hand, so you straighten your arms, and then you're going to drop yourself back down carefully again. And then you're going to come up, straighten one, straighten two, and you're going to drop back down again. So this one, for the minute, you're just carefully dropping your weight down. Now it's actually a lot more difficult than it looks. But again, you don't need to try and do it quickly. Just really concentrate on keeping your back as straight as you possibly can. Because then you're working your back muscles. And my clock is running down for a minute. So we're now on to nice and easy star jumps. So you're using your arms and your legs for this one. Nice and wide. Now there's actually a few variations of star jumps as well, if you want to make it a bit more difficult for yourself, because you might find Starbucks, I just said there, I'm thinking of coffee. Star jumps, if you come from the middle and bend like this, again try and keep your back straight, and these are sort of the more challenging star jumps, which will tire you out a bit quicker. Okay, so it's up to you. You can do it this way around if you want. And that's our star jumps. And as you can see, my clock's running down now from a minute. So my next one, the last of the 7 exercises now. Again, it's working your core, the centre of your body, your back and your stomach muscles. This one's actually called flutter kicks. So you're going to lie on your back and you're going to try and keep your legs straight. And when you do it, you can put your legs at the your arms at the side, your hands, or underneath your bottom, and all you're going to do is just a few inches off the ground, without touching the ground. You're going to kick your legs, and obviously you can see why they're called flutter kicks. So you're just going to move them up and down. Now again, to challenge yourself further, if you do them a bit quicker, you'll be using more energy. Now this is the last of our 7 exercises. So we've done one round now, and we're going to have a minute break. And then we're going to do the same 7 exercises. So we'll repeat the cycle, okay? And then we're all together, we're going to do 3 rounds. So you've got some water at the ready. Have a sip. And when we start again, this is round 2 of 3. So we'll be back to jogging on the spot. And as we said before, you might want to do things a little bit quicker now, because you're feeling quite confident and you understand the exercises, and it'll push you even more. But just do your best. These exercises are a lot harder when you've all been eating chocolate and sweets over Christmas, like I've been doing as well. And Percy Pigs as well. So, round 2, but our first exercise now, jogging on the spot. If you want to lift those knees up, that'll be a bit more challenging for you. And also, pumping your arms will work you even harder. But remember, at the moment, we're only in the second round and we're doing 3. So we've still got quite a few exercises to go. So just bouncing on the spot's fine. Bouncing in different directions as well. Just keeping warm. Keeping the blood flow. So as you can see now our timer's going. And we're on exercise 2. So I'm going to drop down into my plank position. So my plank position, keeping that back nice and straight. And like I said before, if you drop down, don't worry. Just try to pick yourself back up. And you'll notice as well with these exercises, you'll find some of them quite easy and you'll find some of them quite difficult. Everybody's different. Let's see if we can hold it without dropping your bottom or sticking up in the air. And as I said before, you'll probably feel a little bit of a shake around your core, around your stomach muscles, because you might be finding it quite hard. So 5 seconds left, and we're going to our third, which is our half sits. So, half sits down, we're going just to our knees. See how many you can do in a minute. Not too fast, we'll save our really fast ones for the last round. Again, this is only round 2, so we don't want to use all of our energy yet. Now last 5, and we're into our next one from half sits, and we're back into our squats. Nice straight back. Again, some of you find it easier to get further down than I can. It's quite difficult when you're this high up. And for squats as well, you find that some people will rest the arms like I've got here across the chest. Also, some people find it easier to put their arms up here, but it doesn't matter really either way. As long as you're nice and balanced, you're not falling over as you're doing it, and you don't have to do them particularly fast. It's your technique that's important and doing it correct. Okay, last 5 seconds and we're back to our military plank. So, plank position. We're going to bring ourselves up, 1 arm up, 2 arm up, and down we go. And we're going to try, as we said before, to keep your back as straight as possible. Now it's a little bit tricky when you're doing it on an old rug like I am, and it's sliding a little bit. Just try and keep your back nice and straight. Up and down, up and down. This is probably the hardest exercise out of the 7, I'd say. Really good for your core and your stomach muscles. Okay, 5 seconds and we're on to our star jumps again. So we're on our second round, as I said. So we'll do 3 lots of star jumps just like all the other exercises. Hopefully, if you've been doing all of these exercises now, as I've spoke about, then you should start to be a little bit warm now and probably get a bit of a sweat on, which is good. Because like we said, we're going to start the new year with a bang. Okay, so we're into our last 10 seconds. And from star jumps, we are now on our last exercise. It's our 7th. So we're back to the flutter kicks. So again, don't be lifting your legs all the way up here. We're just keeping them a few inches off the ground. I shouldn't say inches because we always talk about centimetres in class. So really, you're talking between 10 and 20 centimetres really off the floor, and then you're giving them a bit of a kick. And like I said, if you're really confident, then you'll be able to move them quicker. If you drop your feet and they touch the ground, don't worry. And if you need a little rest in between the minute, don't worry. Have your little breath and your rest, and then try and carry on again. So this is the last one now, which means we've got a minute's rest. Okay, so after our minute's rest now, it's the 7 exercises again, and it's the last round, so then you're done, completely done. So if you've managed to do them all so far, and keep up with the pace, then I'll be really, really impressed, especially after having 3 weeks off without any PE. So, because it's the last 7 now, you might want to challenge yourself and do each of the exercises a bit quicker. So we're going to start with, same again, just jogging on the spot. Last round now, last 7 exercises. So the higher you lift your knees, the more hard work it will be. And obviously, if you use your arms as well, and if you do them a bit quicker, it'll be harder work. Last 10 seconds, and then I think from right we're back into the plank. Exercise 2 of the 7. So nice, straight back. And your elbows, your arms, as you can see when you do a plank, sort of make, if you clench your fists, you make a bit of a triangle shape. And that gives you your balance. So 30 seconds more. And again, plank is really good for your core. Make you feel much stronger in your back and your stomach muscles. Okay, last few seconds. Exercise 3, remind myself, is the half sits. So now it's the last round of half sits to see how quick you can do them. If you need a rest in between, that's fine. Just up to the top of your knees. few seconds. We are now on to our fourth, which is our squats. Okay, we've not got many to do now because we're on our last round. And this is exercise 4. So, you've done really well to get to this point. It's quite a few minutes of exercise this. And they're not all easy exercises. You need to get a drink in between, get a quick swig and then get back to it. See how many more you can do. Okay, last 10 seconds. We are now on to our military plank. 3 more exercises to go. We're down, up, down, up, down. Keep that back straight. Again, I think this is probably the hardest of the exercises. You'll probably find this one more difficult. But as I said, everyone's different. Okay, last few seconds. And we are started. So we've got 2 more exercises and then we're done. So this is what we call a penultimate exercise. Second to last. There's a new word for you today as well. Penultimate. Second to last. Okay, last 10 seconds, and then we're on to our very, very last exercise of the whole session. 2 and 1, and it's our flutter kicks. So, last minute, see how much you can challenge yourself. And watch that clock go down. Try your best not to drop those feet, touch the floor, or don't bring them too high if you're, because you'll find it a bit too easy if you bring them high up in the air. So you should be feeling your stomach muscles tightening so it should start to hurt. It's a really good exercise to do. Okay, last few seconds.
Don't say goodbye.
Fantastic. Right, now that is the end of our exercise session. So as you can see, I've got a bit of a sweat on now. Hopefully if you've been following it correctly, you'll have a bit of a sweat on too. So, well done to you all. Hope you enjoyed it. Over the next few weeks now, you'll be seeing your timetable where you'll be doing maths, you'll be doing English, lots of different activities, music with Miss Furness, PE session similar to this with Mr. Fogel. So we're going to try and keep you as busy as we possibly can, so you're not going to miss out on anything. Obviously, this was a good way to start the day. Exercise is so important, and it can be difficult, obviously, with lockdown circumstances that we're in now, for people to find the time. So hope you enjoyed it. It is really important. And actually, if you wanted to do this exercise routine again, I'm going to save the video, so you can always re-watch it, or you can even try and watch it again with brothers or sisters, or mums or dads if they want to have a go at it as well. Because as you can see, it's managed to get a bit of a sweat on for me. So hope you enjoyed it. As I've said, stay safe, keep checking your Microsoft Teams, working hard. We're all very proud of you, and we will get through these next few weeks without any problem at all. We did it last year with a big smile on our face, so we'll definitely do it again. See you soon, guys.